We will start with the founding of Orland Park. According to the Encyclopedia of Chicago, the father of Orland Park was John Humphrey. When he was 21, he joined a wagon train going to California, later returning to work with his family, when the Wabash, St. Louis, and Pacific Railroad completed its rail line through the area in 1879. Humphrey purchased a significant piece of land next to what was platted as the town center for the railroad stop. The Wabash had named its train stop Sedgwick, but the locals, with Humphrey's leadership, changed the name to Orland Park. Humphrey participated in almost all aspects of the growth of the community. He was elected to the State House of Representatives in 1870 and to the State Senate in 1886. He was instrumental in the incorporation of the village in 1892 and served as its first president in 1881. He had built the second house in Orland Park. This house has now passed in the hands of the Orland Historical Society. Orland Park grew in population from 366 in 1900 to 51,000 in 2000. On the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you can see a group standing in front of a plaque. This plaque is representing John Humphrey's home from the Historical Society. And on the far right, you can see a man. That is now our mayor, Dan McCullen. The man on the right, his name is Dan Lipinski. Dan Lipinski is the U.S. Representative for Illinois' 3rd Congressional District, serving since 2005. He is a member of the Democratic Party. According to lipinski.house.gov, Congressman Dan Lipinski is a proud native of Illinois' 3rd Congressional District, which includes large parts of South and Southwest Chicago, as well as several suburban communities in the West and Southwest Cook County. All of these neighborhoods and the families who call them home make the 3rd District one of the most diverse and vibrant areas in the entire country. The man on the left, his name is Dan McCullen, and according to the Chicago Tribune, Dan McCullen, who was first elected in Orland Park as a trustee in 1983, and then he was elected mayor in 1993 and has been serving Orland Park thus far. We now move on to one of the most famous attractions that Orland Park has to offer, the Orland Square Mall. According to the Chicago Tribune, Orland Square Mall opened in 1976. Orland Square underwent a major renovation in 1995 in an effort to keep its luxury image, beginning in late 2011 and continuing into early 2013. Orland Square Mall underwent a complete renovation that upgraded mall entrances, signs, flooring, lighting, paint, and additional public restrooms, and an expanded food court, among other upgrades. In conjunction with the renovation, Orland Square Mall also added the Cheesecake Factory in December 2012 and Dave & Buster's in September 2012. According to the Southtown Star, the newly renovated Orland Square Mall is conveniently located in the south suburbs of Chicago and is an upscale shopping destination serving the affluent communities of Orland Park, Tinley Park, Homer Glen, and Frankfort, but most notably Orland Park. This indoor climate-controlled mall boasts 4 major department stores, a brand new food court, new children's play area, and a variety of specialty shops ranging from jewelry to women's fashions to sporting goods. I personally have been to this mall ever since I was a kid, and I must say the new upgrades will definitely bring in people from all over Illinois. We now move on to Village Hall. According to OrlandPark.Illinois Index and Village Profile, perhaps nowhere else in Orland Park is the character of the community so thoroughly defined as in its village center. Dedicated in 1989, the village center is located on a property that was once part of John Humphrey's family farm and is adjacent to the Humphrey Woods and the John Humphrey Sports Complex that they budded in 1981. It is non-political in character with no imposing classical ornamentation and no ostentatious effort to look governmental. When the village center opened in late 1980s, people from around the world and across the country visited to admire its innovative architecture. The village of Orland Park is an Illinois municipality incorporated on May 31st, 1892. The current residential population is approximately 58,000, and the village is the retail and restaurant hub of the south suburbs. The village is located approximately 25 miles southwest of the downtown Chicago, with train service via Metro Southwest service line. I also want to point out in this picture, you can see in the right bottom hand corner, is the Veterans Memorial, in which has great meaning to me since my grandpa served in World War II and his name is carved on the granite wall. Next, we have a very new place called 9750. And according to the Chicago Tribune, 9750 is on the park which broke ground in March 2012 It represents the first phase of the long-planned Main Street downtown Orland Park project, which includes the Orland Crossing, shopping center, civic corridor, and the Old Orland Historic District. However, when this was built, the issue drew dozens of residents, many of them skeptical, to a September 2011 Village Board hearing on the issue. This project was taken on with a loan of nearly $30 million, along with upfront cost of $2 million from a private investor. 9750 is predominantly a luxurious apartment complex with many added features, such as outdoor swimming pool, a small gym, and a few restaurants. It is also near the Metro Railroad station for convenient commuters. I personally live near 9750's location, and I must say it's in a unique location since it's part of Old Orland and is at the center or heart of Orland Park. Next we have the Taste of Orland Park. According to the Southtown Star, this event combines culinary treats from Orland Park restaurants with live music and fun activities. The Taste of Orland Park drew more than 35,000 people last year. Now, in its 11th year, it is one of the village's biggest annual events. I have personally been to the Taste of Orland about 3 times, and it is a very nice place to be to engage with your community as a whole. Also, this 3-day fest includes live music, community groups, local entertainment, a car show, and a day devoted to children, drawing about 60,000 people each year. And next we have Carl Sandburg High School, in which a school I went to, and according to d230.org, along with the Daily Herald, Carl Sandburg High School, or CSHS, is a public 4-year high school located at the intersection of LaGrange Road and 131st Street in Orland Park, a southwest suburb of Chicago. It is part of a consolidated high school district 230, which also includes Victor J. Andrew High School and Amos Alonzo Stagg High School. The school is named for the Illinois-born poet Carl Sandburg. I personally went all 4 years at Carl Sandburg, and it is a decent or a good school to go to, and has a great reputation in the Orland Park community. Next we have the Orland Fire Protection District, which according to orlandfireprotection.org, the earliest indications of fire department include a volunteer fire department flag with the year 1894 sewn on, as well as a photo of uniformed members standing in front of a 2-story building on Beacon Avenue with State Senator John Humphrey. This early volunteer department consisted of a 4-man, hand-pulled pumping engine, a hose cart with 500 feet of hose, and 14 members. They used the wood frame building on Beacon Avenue, which doubled as a village hall and firehouse to store their equipment. The 6-block farming community was guaranteed a good water supply thanks to a wooden water system and elevated water tower erected in 1892. Today, the Orland Fire Protection District continues to provide innovative and cutting-edge service to the residents and visitors to the area. The Fire District is a multifunction fire protection and life safety organization with over 111 suppression personnel backed up by 50 support staff and covers 33 square miles. The Fire District serves a population of 75,000, still with 6 fire stations.